Morning, ladies. I'm here today to do my design team project for the trinket parlour. I'm on catch up because I've got all of last month's to do. So little man's out today, gallivanting, going visiting. So I've got a couple of hours. So I thought I would. I did these last night. They're all to Domino's. They're just wooden dominoes from Fernley Designs. I got those. And I just added, this is Graphic 45 Secret Garden papers. I just added some glossy accents on, put the paper on, cut them out, did that both sides. Went round the edges with some gesso just to shab it up a bit and whiten the edges because they are quite dark where they've been cut. And they're like dangles for mini albums and things like that. So I've added this pin from the trinket parlour. The chain is from my stash. The blue trim around the edges from the trinket parlour. The little flower is from the trinket parlour as well. And I think the pearls and these glittery beads are from the trinket parlour. So I just added some chain and put some dangles on the bottom using, I don't know if you can see them, these tiny little screw-in head pins, sorry, eye pins. I just screwed them into the, what do you call it? The domino. I'm out of practice, I tell you. It's nice to be able to do some crafting. So that's the first one. The second one's pretty similar. Or is similar. Did exactly the same thing. I just used a different trim. I wanted pink, but I've run out. So I need some more to order these lovely flowers from the trinket parlour. So I need some more trim. So I'm going to just show you quickly how I made them. The back is still drying, so I covered them front and back with glossy accents. And I did the back this morning, so I'm just letting them dry off a bit. So you are going to need a domino, any domino, doesn't have to be one of these, any domino that you've got in your stash. I've got some more Graphic 45 paper. I've got these lovely little flowers. I'll be using this, probably the pink one or the cream one from the trinket parlour. I'm using this bling to go around the edges this time because I'm going to try and pick up the purple on there. So, and I've just got a few little scrappy bits left, so I thought I might as well use them up. One of the pins from the trinket parlour and two of the tiny little screw-in eye pins. Tiny, tiny, tiny little things. And of course glossy accents and some gesso. So let's get going because I've only got a couple of hours. So started off by applying my glue, that's now bunged up. Have I got anything? Oh yeah, the old faithful. I need to get a new one of these. I've bent it and all sorts. Just to unclog it a bit. That's better. So make sure you get all around the edges. You don't want it coming up. So apply that. And then find the image that you want. Yes, I'm going to use that purple one, so I've got to try and get it on my, it's got a little butterfly there as well, I'll get that in. On there like that. I need a bit for the back as well. I'll tidy that up in a minute. Make sure I've got what I wanted. Yes. So there's my image on there. I'm just going to make sure that's down properly before I do the back. I'm just going to trim this up where I need to. Yeah, these are lovely to hang from mini albums. And I'm making a mini album. I think it starts next week. I've completely lost track of the dates and times. What's the date today? Let me have a look. 22nd of Feb. Yeah, so in just over a week I'll be doing a mini album tutorial over on Trinket Parlour. It'll be live, so if you want to follow along, you need to go over and join the Trinket Parlour. So have I got any more purple? Doesn't have to be purple, but I like that blue there. I could do that on the back like that. So I'm going to apply some more glue, just glossy accents. Make sure I get it up the right way. Yes. So like that. It's at an angle, so that on there like that. Again, make sure it's down properly. Ooh. Lots of paper out the way. Just gonna make sure that's down. So that's going to be the back, and the purple will be the front. I'm just going to trim that up a little bit there. That's it. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm going to use my bent up pokey thing and find the centre and just make a little, start a little hole, because then that's easier to screw the, that's not very centred, is it? I think it's because my end's bent. I bent my end. Oh, didn't do that. Did that far too much. So yeah, just give it a little, like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now I've got to sort that out because I've done too much. So all I'm going to do is put some glossy accents along there. Make sure it doesn't come apart. And I can still see my hole, which I can. Alright. So now I'm just going to gesso around the edges. Just a little bit to get rid of that darkness. Doesn't matter if you go over onto the paper because it just shabbies it up a little bit. I'm going to be putting some trim around, that purple trim around, so I'm just going to go a little bit onto the paper as well. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's just give that a quick dry. And then I'm going to just do another coat around the edges and a little bit of white on the back as well. Not that you can really see it because the paper's quite light, but okay, that should be enough. Up there. Get my blasty tool out again. Okay, now this is the fun bit, getting the little screws in. So find where your little hole is. Just gently push that in. Probably will go all over the place when you first start, but it'll soon straighten out. See? So screw that in, screw it down. Okay, it's a bit wonky, that one. Okay, can you see that? I'll do the same for the bottom one, which I can't find my hole for. That's my hole. There. Yeah, it is a lot easier to make that little hole first because it gives you a little starting point for your screw. And just push it in as you're screwing it. Okay, give that another. That's better. So you should have those. All right. Now I'm going to add my, I've got bits and pieces here, so I've just got to add it as I go along. So starting from your, it wouldn't hurt to put a little bit of glue around there, just to keep that in place. Put your glossy accents on. And my steady hands that I haven't got today. Like that. Some on the other side. Ooh. Just need to hold that down for a minute and let it take. Did I do this? Postman. Again, the same for the other side. Bend it round. Make sure it's nice and straight. And then just continue on. My dog barking at the postman, or trying to bark at the postman. Like that. And I'm going to see what I need. Got the shakes today. Like that. I need to take another one off. Bring that round. Again, give it some time to stick. I think I need to bring that down a little bit more. Doesn't want to bend round. Like that. And then on the other side, just fill up your gap. Hold that all in place, let it dry. Don't matter about getting glossy accents on your picture because I am going to be covering it all with glossy accents when it's done. I'm just going to hold that there for a second and let it take. Okay. Got a bit left over. Look. Show you. See? All the way. I can fill that gap if I want to, but I think that's fine like that. Now what we're going to do, you're going to need some head pins and eye pins that I've got in here. Let's move them out of the way. And we're going to need some chain. just some little spacer beads and things like that. I don't know what I'm going to use bead wise. I didn't get my beads out. Let's get some of them. I use little owls on the other one, so I'm going to use some owls on this one as well. And some more of these pearls from the Trinket Parlour. I'm going to use those. Use them up. Okay. If I can get hold of them, without dropping them everywhere. One more. And I think I'm going to use some what do you call them? Purple, lilac-y pearl beads. Hang on a sec. Drop turn. So here are all my beads. Let's just grab a few out. Some different colours and things. That dark one. Some of those. Some of the lighter ones as well. What else have I got? Maybe a bigger size. Some more big ones. Not got any more big ones, but I'll make do with what I've got. Let's close it up before I drop that again and get my beads everywhere. I've also got my crystals. Let's see what I've got in the way of purple in here. I've got some tiny little ones and some clear crystals as well. Just grabbing a few at a time. Quite like them. So they'll be for my dangles. Close that one up as well before I drop that. So it's just a case of, you get me, you need some wire cutters and some jewellery tools. And you're also going to need, which I thought I bought some more of, and of course I can't find them. So I'm having to use the bigger split rings. Get a few of those out. That one. Else I've got maybe some bead caps. Try some of those as well. Right, that'll do for now. What's the time? Got to keep an eye on the time. 11 o'clock. Got an hour left. Right, so you want a head pin. Where are your head pins? Oh, I've got some. Oh yeah. So you want a head pin, which is the ones with the flat ends. That's the head pin. And the one with the round hole is the eye pin. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I don't know whether these are going to fall all the way through. Yeah, they are. So, to start off with, I'm going to use a tiny little, need my spectacles, can't see. Putting it in the wrong end, that's why I can't get it in. Oh dear, what am I like? Nothing changes around here. I am going to put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Otherwise we'll be here all day, won't we? Right, so you want your head pin. I'm going to put this tiny, tiny little purple bead on. And then hopefully that will stop the bead cap falling off the end. See? I'm going to put the big pearl on that one. And then another bead cap. That's pretty. And another little one. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then just cut off your excess wire. Putting it down so it don't go everywhere. Oh, like that just did. Where's me? And then what I do, I just need to make a little eye, so I'm gonna just keep turning that. I sometimes do a double loop so that it stays on. Don't know if you can see that, you probably can't. But it just gives it a bit more stability. You just have to remember if you've got a bit of the end wire hanging out, just to make sure that it's tucked in so you don't catch yourself on it. So there's one little charm. That's a big one. I'm going to have that one in the centre. On another head pin, I'm going to use some more of these tiny little beads. And I'm going to use this one. But I'm going to put a spacer in between. Like that. Another little one. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. Do I want a crystal on there as well? No. No, no, no. What I might do is put a crystal in the middle. Another spacer. And then the little one at the end. Yeah. See that? That's quite pretty, isn't it? So we do that. Again, cut off your excess wire. Pull that down. Sorry, I'm off camera, sorry. And then you just want to make your loop. like that. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, that's our next one. And I just want one more. So again, another head pin. That's a head pin. I'm going to put a tiny bead on the end. And then I'm going to put a spacer, crystal, clear crystal, and one of these little dark ones. Need another spacer first, spacer bead. I don't know if you can see that, they're really dark purple with a very light lilac-y line through them. So that's going to go on there like that. Yeah. So again, cut off your excess. Bring that down. Twist it up. Just keep turning it. So you've got a nice loop. Straighten your loop out if you need to. Make sure it's not going to come off. That's our next one. Pretty, pretty. So, let me just put this lot away. Oh, actually, I forgot to put my owls on. Oh well, never mind. I might use them at the top instead. Let's just get this lot out of the way so they don't go everywhere. Because knowing me, I will knock them over. Right, now we're going to cut some chain. So you just cut the chain as long as you want it. I usually have this, you want 3 for the bottom and then you want 1 for the top. So what I do is I just cut it at various different lengths. So quite a long bit for, you know, just guess. That'll be for the top. And then just cut. I mean, you can undo it, but I'm not mucking about. Not mucking about today. And then just open up your split ring, side to side, remember. Or front to back. Hook on your chain. And then hook on your pin. And do that back up. Okay? Make sure that's done up properly. You can usually feel them scrape together. Okay, and then what you do, get another one. Attach chain, and then attach that to the top piece of your domino. Again. That's it. Did you hear that click then? You know it's together. Okay, so that's that. So that's your top part of your chain. Now you just want to cut some random lengths of chain for the bottom bit. So I'm going to have that. I have 2 about the same and then a longer one. Straighten that out so I can see it properly. It don't have to be exact about there. So those 2 and then a longer one for the middle. About there. Okay, so that's your chain done with. Now again, you want some split rings. Open them up. Add your dangly bits. No, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Yeah. Add your chain. Oh, I need my long bit, sorry, doing that wrong. That's my long bit for the centre. Sorry, I'm off camera again. Oh. Me and fiddly things do not go together. Okay, and then do that up again. Again, you'll feel it scrape together, so that's that one. And you want to do the same for the other two. You want a split ring. Open it up. Add your dangle. And add your chain. And then close them up. Like that. There's your second one. And the same for your last one. Open your split ring. Or add your chain. Add your dangle. And close it up. That's it. So that's all those done. And then what I do, get them out of the way, is get another split ring, open it up, and then add all the ends of your chain on. So I want that one that side, if I can get it on. Hook that one on, then I want the longer one. Hook that on, and then I want another one of these. Hook that on. And then what you want to do is hook that on to the end of your domino. Again, close it up, make sure it's nicely done. How pretty, pretty, pretty is that? Okay, so that's that. Let me just get rid of these metal bits so that they don't go on the floor. So then I'm going to use one of these lovely flowers from the Trinket Parlour. I quite like this cream one. Okay, so once you've done that, all you've got to do is add your glossy accents over the top. So I'll just go around the edges first. And this helps keep all the bits on the side and everything, and just helps protect your image. And then go round in a circle, and that hopefully stops any bubbles appearing in your glossy accents. But of course you can only do one side at a time because you've got to let it dry. Make sure you get all your image covered. Make sure there's no bubbles. Okay, so that's that. And then what I do with my flower is, again, just add some glossy accents to the bottom of your flower as well. And place that where you want it. And I'm going to want mine about there. Push that down a bit, flatten the bottom out. That's that. And then let it dry, and then you can do the other side. Let me try and get this up without making a mess. And there you are, a very quick, easy, lovely project. I'm going to get some of the pink bling that the Trinket Parlour do and make some more of these because I like making them. So there you are. So once that side's dry, I mean, you can add beads up here as well if you want. You could do like little dangles. I could add a where's the head pin? Let's find the head pin. Then I can add that owl that I got out. Why are the head pins always harder to find than the eye pins? There, no, this one. So I could put the owl on a head pin. Okay, cut off my excess. Then make a loop. Just need a little one. Like that. Straighten out my loop. Like that. So you've got your little owl there. And then add another split ring. I've got a smaller one. I need to get some smaller ones. These are too big really. But it's all I've got. So, and you can put that on there and hang him up here. That's it. So you just add what you like. And there you have, as I said, let the front dry, and then you could also go over, because on one of my other ones, because I did it last night and the light wasn't great, when I noticed this morning that it's got quite a few little bubbles in it. So what I'm going to do is go over it with my Trinket Parlour glitter glue and just rub it on, and then that hides all the imperfections in the glossy accents. But that would look lovely hanging from a mini album, wouldn't it? Cut myself off. So yeah, so that's my design team project for the Trinket Parlour one of this month's, and I will be back very soon with, again, I'm going to make something else of these dominoes because I've had them for so long that I just need to use them. And what I've done, I've stuck two together like this to make them thicker, and I'm going to make a domino book. So I will be back very soon with a tutorial on how to do that. So thanks for joining me, ladies. I'm sorry I'm late with my design team project, but you all know what's been going on, and life's just a little bit hectic at the moment, and I'm so tired, it's untrue. That little baby, you forget what it's like, you know. It just commands all of my attention, and then when he goes to sleep, I want to go to sleep as well. So I've been going to bed really early, but it's all been worth it. He's a lovely little lad. So before I have to go and pick him up again, thanks for joining me. I hope you like my, let's put them all here so you can see the prettiness. So yeah, very quick and very easy to make. Lovely little, I mean, you could even add like a keychain instead of these pins to hang from the mini album. You could add a keychain ring or something like that, and use them as key rings. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Love, love, love. Love these little flowers from the Trinket Parlour. And this bling, this bling that I've got round on the edges on this one is just the perfect size. This one's a bit big actually, but I do prefer this Trinket Parlour trim, but I need to get some more pink because I haven't got any pink ones left. But that's it. That's my lovely little dangles. All to Domino's. Thanks for joining me, ladies. See you all again soon. Bye bye.